Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching episode 6 of the Smallin and Ballin series on Frühling. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, today is a great day. Holy cats. Hopefully everyone here is enjoying their Easter or had enjoyed their Easter. By the time this actually gets released, it'll be post-Easter, so hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Everyone had the opportunity to celebrate it in the ways that they wanted to, and hopefully they had a great opportunity to spend some time with some family. So happy Easter to everyone, even if it's a little late. Okay, so we ran into a couple issues here. This field out here just was not going ahead and refreshing. It went 2 months, I think it was, where we had the opportunity to seed, or I should say the sowing contract that was available. It got to a point where no contracts popped up whatsoever at all. So what I ended up doing is I ended up leasing the equipment that came along with this. Way over horsepower what we were going ahead and requiring. I came out here, took care of the field, completed the contract, and prior to going ahead and doing that, I had $1,613. As you can see, I'm a little bit over that right now. So we're going to come in here, using the toolbox mod. We're going to go like this, and we're going to equal $1,613 so that we're back where we should be. I'm hoping that that goes ahead and resets the fields, reset the contracts. Currently, there are no contracts available right now. To me, it almost seemed like there was an issue that was just blocking contracts from coming out until this ended up happening. One of the things that I do play with, or I have played with for this gameplay series, is the refresh contracts mod. And that was not even allowing me to refresh any contracts either. So that's kind of where we're at as a little, hey, I'm being honest with you guys, this is an issue that came up. I want to let you know what's going on. With that being said, on the flip side of it, whoa, holy jeez, what the? Well, at least like honk the horn, let me know you're there. Holy cats. I think we're going to take the back road. It's a little dangerous there, a little dangerous. We'll take the back roads. So, we were introduced to this person, one of the landowners out here, one of the entrepreneurs, whatever you want to call them, and they had an interesting proposal for us. They have this new production sort of thing that they've come up with. They've patented it, and they want to give it a try out, but they're looking for kind of like an investor, if you will. An investor is what they're looking for. And what that is, it's a biodiesel production facility. Now, I let them know right off the bat, I don't have the cash to go about doing that. That's just not something that can happen. I mean, I don't have ample amount of cash. I mean, I'm trying to take over the world here. I can't go ahead and invest into something like that. But the gentleman willing to meet me in the middle. Because he doesn't have, he's got all the stuff. It's ready to go. He just needs some place to put that. So, we were talking, looking at things, and I think we came up with the conclusion that I'd be able to help him out. But one of the things that I'm going to end up having to do is buy this chunk of land. That way he has a spot to go ahead and put up his biodiesel production facility. So I think we might go ahead and purchase this chunk of land in order to go ahead and get this gentleman up and ready and up and going, so we can kind of jump in and, you know, maybe spruce up the town a little bit, as it were. So that's one of the things that I'm working on, one of the things I'm looking at. We did, or I should say, while in between episodes were happening here, I ended up paying off a little bit. As you can see, we have no contracts. I was able to pay off a little bit more of the debt, so now we're down to $70,000 that we owe. I would like to just earn the money to go ahead and purchase this. It shouldn't take too much now I'm thinking about it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, map. Gotta look at the map to see how much stuff costs. So $15,000, not much. That I can go ahead and get. That I've been able to work up and save to accomplish. So this shouldn't be that big of a deal, just probably a little bit for contracts, and that's about it. So I think that's doable. I think we can do it. Obviously, we have to have contracts at this point because we just don't have enough to get ourselves rocking and rolling and everything else. I mean, we have a little bit of sorghum yet. That's going to be left over for the chickens if we need it. We have all of our wheat up here for the chickens. So, I mean, we're sitting in a position where, you know, we have nothing to sell. It's going to completely come from doing contracts. But one thing that I was thinking about doing is, you know, I was talking about grass and all that stuff before here. Maybe we go ahead and, if we can buy this, maybe cut the grass on it quick and then take care of that. Also, let's get this thing back rocking and rolling here. See if we can try and not smash into anything. We'll see how that ends up going. Also, one of the other options is to... There we go. I don't know how I just spun completely 360 in that thing, but I'm not going to ask questions. Another thing that we can go ahead and look at is the other grass field that I was kind of talking to you about. Yeah, it is here. I wasn't sure where the road was, couldn't remember off the top of my head. It's right up over here, pretty much on the other side of this tree here. There's another grass field, and this is the other one that I was kind of halfway thinking about jumping into getting. This one is a much larger field. This one we could easily go ahead and cut the grass, do everything that we have to on it. I mean, it is big enough. It is big enough to go ahead and at least get us enough grass. Grass refreshes so fast. I think that not be a bad idea. And how we'd go about mowing the grass. Now, this is where this gets a little interesting. I believe, I'd have to go ahead and double check this, but I believe I have a mulcher that can double as a mower and a home topper, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty much the Swiss Army knife of mowing type implements. So we may look at getting that. Not sure. We'll take a peek and see what ends up happening. Okay, and I turned the time down so that we could go ahead and I could do that contract just to clear it and get it out of there. Now that that's been taken care of, got time back up to where it's supposed to be. Money has been restored. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and wait and see how things develop. Hopefully some contracts pop, something happens. I got the harvester over here because we have, I think it's one of these fields over here is going to be ready to harvest pretty darn soon. I think it'll probably be the next month, but I just leaving it out there for right now. But I guess until we get to a point where we can really see what's going to happen, how things are going to play out, I am going to go ahead and watch my chickens and make sure that they're well behaved. Because the last thing you need is poorly behaved chickens on a farm. It'll be chaos, absolute chaos. Good morning, everyone, and we are now into February, as you can see, and we have some eggs here in by the chickens, so we got that going for us. It has snowed again, and unfortunately, we didn't have any contracts pop at all yesterday. Very odd, but you know what? It is what it is. The good news is we have 2 contracts, 2 harvesting contracts we can take care of. Oh boy. Slick roads, get the chains out for the tires. Holy cats. Oh man, we do have 2 contracts that we can go ahead and do right now, which I've already accepted both of them. They are both harvesting contracts right here for barley. We double check that. I think it's barley. All right, get that set back up. Yes, barley. Barley, perfect. Let's turn this off real quick. All right. Yeah, so I mean, that was really, really weird. Didn't have any action happening there. I guess comment down below. Have you guys had any problems with contracts popping up? Has it caused any issues? Have you not been able to accept any contracts, do any contracts because none appear? Yeah, just comment down below. Let me know. I haven't had really any problems with that so far here on FS22. On 19, I would have that occasionally on particular maps. It'd just be one of those things that would end up popping up. But like I said, so far, nothing here on 22. Let's get out of here. All right, pretty darn slick, pretty darn slick. I'm glad to kind of be back out here doing this stuff because, like I said, we want to earn a couple extra bucks so that we can go ahead and help that guy out with his oil production, not oil production, the biodiesel production that they got that he wants to do. But yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We actually lost money yesterday overall. Didn't take out any loans, didn't do anything, just lost money because there are no contracts, there's nothing to sell. I mean, it is what it is. That's where we were at. Oops, get this thing backed up here. All right. Go ahead and I like getting the little loops around the end here. I know it's not necessary, but it is what it is. So, since both of these fields here that we're doing are barley, both of them actually have to be sold at the exact same location. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take everything that we got, harvest everything that we have, and take everything over there and sell it all at once. Because what should end up happening is once we meet the leader requirement of one contract, it's just going to start automatically filling over into the other contract. So why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Maybe it'll mean less trips for me. I don't know. We'll see. All in all, it doesn't really matter too much. I just figured I wanted to do it that way. That's all. Either way, both crops are barley. Like I said, both of them have to get done because we said we do it. So, oh man, let's get this thing backed up. Speaking of that biodiesel thing, obviously at this point that's a mod. It's not one. I don't think it's a. I'd have to double check. I don't think it is a mod hub one, and it's only going to be for PC. So that is unfortunate, but it does bring up a really neat thing that modders are taking this new system that they have in FS22 with the production chain, and they are making different things. Now, maybe the scripts aren't complete yet on how everything can work together with being cross-platform or even brought up on Mod Hub, but it does give me hope, and it's one of the things that I've been saying for a while here. It is very hopeful that we're going to start seeing a bunch of really cool mods coming out here with productions, because now we have this as an option. It's a standard in-game thing, pretty darn slick. So it's just going to happen with time. More and more things are going to end up popping. More and more things are going to end up showing up on the Mod Hub. And I tell you what, I'm happy. I'm excited. It's always neat to be able to try something a little different, to try something a little bit more jazzy, however you want to look at it. At least at a minimum to see how it all turns out. Looking at this guy here, I think I may have to invest in a power washer or something. This tractor is absolutely filthy. Absolutely filthy. But I guess, you know, when you're working hard, stuff just gets dirty. You can't do much about that. Or at least that's what I'm going to continue to tell myself. Oh, man. Now, one thing I did know, or I did look at, and I'm not too sure how I want to go about doing this, because we were talking also not only about that chunk of land, but the grass that's on it. Grass for our grass-eating animals. We could potentially look at getting. I'm not too sure what we can do with it for storage. Actually, I do kind of have an idea. Let's go like this here really quick, because if we go into our productions, we have our production stuff here. We're grass, hay, chaff, straw. I can put stuff into this and not activate it. And then when I go to the silo, I can actually take this stuff back out. So I could use this as a way of making, or not making, but as a way of using it as a, well, kind of like a hayloft, you know? It's an option. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm always looking for mods or anything like that. So if you guys have any mods that you know of that would be pretty cool, go ahead. Let me know. Some neat hay barns or anything like that. That'd be kind of cool. And really anything. I'm looking for any type of small horsepower equipment. Right now it's kind of a struggle trying to find some stuff on Mod Hub. But you know, I am kind of encouraged with the Antonio Carrera pack that came out. It definitely gives that option or spotlights a little bit more the smaller equipment, and even looking at some of the Fact Sheet Friday stuff that has come out. We've seen stuff specifically set up for small equipment. So I think we're going to start to see a little bit more of this, where we're going to see some more of the smaller equipment for some of the smaller farming. And because it's not just a niche thing. There are a lot of people that do play on small farms. Myself personally, I love starting off on a small farm. I love rocking and rolling with small equipment, with the goal that, hey, you know, when you start off, you got to start off small, build your way up, and shoot for the stars. But unfortunately, right now, there's just not a lot of that small equipment out there. So if you guys know of something, you see something, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know exactly what I can go ahead and find to throw this into my little bag of tricks and a whole 9 yards. I would appreciate it. I really would appreciate it. But I think what I'm going to go ahead and do for right now, guys, I'm going to continue on with this contract, knock this one out, knock the other one out for this other field up here, and see where that puts us. Overall, dollar and cents wise, we're looking at, well, not much, maybe like $2,000 off of this. We will have bonus harvest. And looking at the price of everything, barley right now is very low. Price fluctuation. We're in February. We're in a downward trend. We'd have to hold on to that probably until December for it to make any sense. So, I just think it's something we're gonna have to wait on. Maybe we'll use turn that off. Maybe we'll use our bonus harvest for the barley instead of the sorghum to feed chickens if need be. Maybe that's what we go about doing. Not too sure. But at least I think at this point, we have a plan moving forward, what we'd like to see. So with that being said, guys, put on your snowshoes, watch where you walk. It's slippery out there. We will catch you back in a little while. And just like that, the snow harvest has been completed. You betcha, we got all the snow off the map. Absolutely spectacular. Not too shabby at all. Ooh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Actually, you know what? It was right after I had completed the contract, or I should say, completed harvest in the field, started taking the loads over. I've taken 2 loads over to the grain mill right now. This is the 3rd one, should be the last one we're going to do. And while I was filling this trailer up, all the snow just disappeared, so, which is quite good for me, because I was going to go ahead and record this, hopefully show you guys, but through this section here, I was just sliding around. I couldn't keep this thing going straight, and it had nothing to do with vehicles that just thought that they could drive wherever they want. Yeah, get out of the way. Get out of the way. It was actually kind of fun, to be honest with you. It was kind of fun seeing how the game affects things differently. To be honest with you, it was pretty darn cool. I know I talked about this before with the changing with seasons on FS22 compared to 19, and just the slick conditions, I feel, are more slick here on 19, or here on 22 compared to 19. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. That's what I'm noticing, though. All right, so one of the things, or one of the contracts we've already completed with the amount of grain that's gone in, and it's automatically kind of whipped over and started rocking and rolling this way. I'm thinking we're going to be right around 2,000 liters here is going to be when I need to stop the process of dumping this stuff off. At least that's my guess, somewhere in there, give or take. Let's see here. Just got to pay attention here so we don't lose too much. There we go. All right, perfect. Got a little extra cash from that, 47 bucks, not too shabby. Boy, let's get ourselves around here. Good, made it. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead, pull up right about here by the parking lot. Seems like a good spot. Heck with it. We'll stop right here. And we will accept these 2 contracts. Where are they? Yep, right there. Collect. It wasn't much, like I said, wasn't much, but we ended up getting 23,000 liters. Or not 23,000, 2,300 liters. And that in itself is kind of nice. Considering we have about 24,000 liters, yeah, I think it's 24,000 liters of wheat right now. We got food for the chickens for a little while. That's a good thing. That is a darn good thing. I was a little worried about that. But seeing how that is, we may end up going ahead and buying a couple more chickens. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure what we should go about doing at this point. We've already gone ahead and done quite a bit with our chickens so far, which, I mean, there's really not much we can go ahead and do. But now that we think about that, we got that pallet over there. I don't have anything to... I don't have a front loader yet. I don't have forks. I don't have anything. Okay, so that'll probably be one of the things we're going to want to look at next. Is probably getting a front loader. Yeah, because this guy here has a front loader. I know I can get a front loader for the red tractor as well. It's an option. It is an option, so we're going to go like that. We're going to... Oh, that stops going automatically too. All right, well, let's dump that off, get that out of there. Then we're going to go take a look at our chickens, see what we got, because I don't know off the top of my head. I can't remember what we ended up getting. All right. Well, for eggs-wise, I do... Through the door there. I do see we have a slight pallet right here, not too shabby. 147 pieces, not too bad. I'm thinking pieces equals out to liters. I'm not too sure though off the top of my head. That's something I'd have to look into. Chickens are still doing good. Does look like we're down about 200 liters. So 200 liters over the course of 2 months. That's not bad. I could easily go ahead and get more chickens here. But I think they're close to probably reproducing if I can remember correctly. I don't care about that guy. I don't care about that one. Well, they're about halfway, so probably a little bit more before they start reproducing and we get more chickens. Maybe we'll wait and see what ends up happening with that at that point. Not too sure. Okay. Yeah, so we got a little bit before all this stuff can end up happening. Um, like I said, we have sheep, we have or actually, no, we don't have sheep. We have the ability to get sheep. We have the ability to get cows. I mean, we got stuff moving forward. Lots of stuff. Um, but again, I think we're kind of in a holding pattern just because we can't do anything yet. This stuff is coming along 100%. Not too bad. Let's take a look at the map here because that's the other side of things. We got those two taken care of. This field up here. Ooh, is that canola? Perfect. Got canola up there. I got soybeans on my two fields here. And it looks like they're getting close. Probably 2 more months, if I were to guess, between these two. And that'll put us... Where? Where are we right now? I think we're in February. Yeah, we're in February. That'll put us... February, March, April. Let's say even it's May. We'll sit on our soybeans for just a couple months and then be able to just sell them for an absolute ton. I'm hoping we get at least 10,000 liters, but I'm realistic in thinking we're probably going to end up getting maybe about 4 or 5. I don't know. That's my thought. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. Ultimately, guys, we just got to wait for time to move on through. Maybe another contract will pop up. Hopefully, we can cultivate and plow those ones. That'll be absolutely spectacular. But once we get to that point, I think I'm going to have to let you know, and I'm going to have to let you go for a bit. We'll catch you later. Welcome back, everyone. We are out here taking care of a little cultivating contract. The two fields that we had gone and harvested, we are now out and about doing the cultivating on. I figure that's probably going to be our best bet for moving forward with a lot of these things, is continually doing the processes on all these fields. Now, ultimately, when we get to a point where we're owning most of these fields, we're going to be doing all this stuff anyways. So timing-wise, it's all working out pretty darn good. And speaking of timing-wise, compared to that last segment that you guys had just seen, we've had about not quite a week pass in time. See, what ended up happening is Easter evening, I ended up having a lot of stomach pains. Ended up going to the hospital and ended up finding out I had appendicitis. Yeah, kind of stinks. So I ended up taking out my appendix, and I've been kind of halfway laid up here for, well, the entirety of the week. This is, let's see, I think today is Thursday now. I'm not sure when this will all come out for you guys, but, yeah, I'm really, it's one of those things, you know, I was fortunate enough that they caught everything early enough. I didn't have any massive infection or anything like that, just a little bit, and didn't have the appendix rupture, so I was in pretty good hands there. But the way they go about doing it to fix it, they just cut the appendix out, do it laparoscopy or something like that. Essentially, just make some small incisions in your stomach, jam rods in there, and cut the stuff out they need to. It's one of those things where, you know, you don't realize how much you use your abdomen until something happens. Kind of like anything that you might have happen to you, you know. You don't realize how much you'd go ahead and like feel the pain or use a particular muscle. Or even here playing Farm Sim. This is the first time I've been able to jump on here and do anything with Farm Sim, and like I said, since I last recorded. I've had the opportunity of missing out, or not the opportunity of missing out on all the latest and greatest stuff. We had the recent 1.4 patch come out, and fortunately I missed all the issues that came along with the 1.4 patch, so I guess I lucked out here a little bit. But we are still out here. We're going to keep on rocking and rolling. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get out at a particular time. Still feeling a little weak. But wanted to jump out here, get this one taken care of, and go on from there. Now, one thing that I did, I was planning on starting this past weekend. I don't really want to go too much into it. But there's going to be a new thing popping up here. Not necessarily in this gameplay or anything like that, but just a new thing you can expect coming from the channel. With the illness, things kind of got sidetracked a little bit, so we'll see when things pop, when you guys will have the opportunity of seeing the new stuff coming out. But I am excited for that. I don't want to give too much. I don't want to give too much away. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully you guys will like it. And it doesn't mean we're going to stop doing this. We're going to keep on rocking. We're going to keep on rolling with our gameplay here on Frühling, our challenge that we got rocking and rolling. Super enjoying it. It's kind of neat to see that, I know there's already been a couple people that have been out putting out gameplays for this particular map, but it's cool to see some other people jump into the bandwagon. It really is truly a great map. I thoroughly enjoy it. If you guys can, comment down below. Have you had the opportunity to play on Frühling? Have you had the opportunity to watch other people than myself here play on Frühling? I absolutely love this map. It's nice for rocking and rolling with a small equipment. I mean, potentially I'd like to see myself have an opportunity at some time not have restrictions on these smaller maps like this. I know there's been a couple other maps that have been coming out that are set up for smaller items. I mean, this map here, you probably could get away with running with larger equipment. But honestly, it's one of those, yeah, you could, but why? And there's no real reason for it. But you absolutely could. And I'm drawing a blank on the one that just came out recently. Let me just take a look at my notes here. I did a map tour on it. The Kriebach. That one there. That's another one of those small maps that came out. It's you just don't. It's a small map, and unlike this one, you actually can't drive big equipment around on it. It's set up in that way where you just can't go ahead and do it. Now, myself personally, I'm not always ready to rock and roll and jump into using bigger equipment all the time. I'm more of let's start out small, let's work our way up, let's get ourselves rocking and rolling. Which, with that being said, is one of the neat things about the patch that came out. It also came along with some free content. Let's see if we can get ourselves up this hill here. It did come along with some free content, which is awfully nice. You have the opportunity to start off with some small 1 meter to, I think, 2 meter implements. Now, myself personally, not always a huge fan of that stuff, but when you're looking at what you're doing here, like I said, the way that I like to go ahead and get things started, I like to go ahead and get, I like to start off small and then work my way up to the bigger things. And having that smaller stuff, the smaller options, really make a ton of sense, especially considering there are a lot of small tractors in here. They just added that Antonio Carrera pack not that long ago, and that in particular does have that as well, just the small equipment, small tractors, I should say. So being able to have that opportunity in there to have those other things, that's super cool. It gives you that opportunity to expand either your game style, or if you've been waiting for the smaller stuff to come along, it's nice to see that it's finally getting here for you. All in all, I think we're moving forward here with with Giants. I think we're moving forward. Obviously, they had their issue rolling out their patch, and one of these days I know they'll be able to fix that so they can have a patch come out and, you know, not have too many issues. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All in all, I think they're trying to do their best to move the game forward, and I think if we give them a little bit of time here and there, I think they'll be able to give us what we want, give us what we expect. Kind of like with what we're doing here on Frühling, you know, it's not a fast-paced thing. Obviously, you see me jump through a couple months here pretty quick. Well, I can't do much about that when there's no contracts, and we still got a lot of time left. I haven't bought any extra fields other than the 2 that we got almost right away. I'm just not to that point. It's going to be a slower grind, kind of like what you can expect out of farm sims. You're not going to have everything right off the bat. It's not going to be you have the perfect game instantly. It's going to be years and versions of a slow grind, adding stuff, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. Yeah, myself personally, I'm just going to do my best to stay patient, keep my hopes up. But guys, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end things for today. I appreciate you guys coming and watching, hanging out. Awfully cool of you. If you guys are liking what you're hearing, liking what you're seeing, go ahead and smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. If you want to help the channel out, go ahead and hit that subscription. Oh boy, you betcha that does help quite a bit. Turn that notification bell on and have it set to all. That way you know when this and other great videos are coming out by myself. Share this with somebody who's had their appendix removed. I don't know. I'm drawing at straws here, guys. Drawing at straws. Oh, man. Like I said, keep your eyes open for the future. You will be seeing something else coming out by myself. But until we get to that point, guys, we're going to keep rocking and rolling here on Frühling and waiting for you guys to come back every time. Thanks for stopping by.